Well, what a beautiful day this turned out to be. For regular viewers of Tommy Travels II, this should be getting to be a pretty familiar sight for you right now. Of course, it is downtown St. Paul, but this angle of it means we're at a certain place which we have been to a few times before. Although the first time it was very snowy and wintry, so you couldn't really tell, but there's the State Capitol building, and there it is, the Minnesota History Center, one more time for a return trip. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful day for an adventure here on Tommy Travels II. We have St. Paul right behind me. We have the Minnesota History Center right in front of me. And that is where we are headed today. There's a brand new exhibit there called First Avenue. It's about First Avenue in Minneapolis. That's where Prince got his start, at the club called First Avenue out there. But then also it's a street, First Avenue. So I'm not sure if this is about one, the other, or both. Probably both, but we'll see. That's what today's adventure is going to be. If you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. This should be fun, you guys, so come on with me. Let's go see what there is to see. And so this exhibit is going to be about the club, First Avenue in downtown Minneapolis. And as you can see, there's a line of people here waiting to get into the club, as per usual. They have some great bands here, and they're very famous for the stars on the side of the building, which references different singers and bands that have performed at the club, like the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Soundgarden, Eminem, wow, Edgar Winter, Uncle Tupelo, the Cramps, and of course, the purple guy. We all know Prince. Got his start right here at First Avenue. See this band dancing on the dance floor right there? Pretty cool. That's definitely a 70s type of thing. And look at what we have here. That very same dance floor, blinking away. And they invite you to step right up and bust a move, which is what I'm doing, but not really, because I don't want the camera to shake all over the place. Looks like they are having a good time. So I'm learning that First Avenue wasn't always First Avenue. It actually started as a place called The Depot. The Depot. First guest at The Depot? That's right, it's this guy right there. That is Joe Cocker, my friends, and that was in 1970, April 3rd to be exact. Unbelievable. And then it became Uncle Sam's, where we saw these kind of guys hanging out at Uncle Sam's, and these kind of gals hanging out at Uncle Sam's. And then later on after that, it became the First Avenue we're all familiar with. And check this out, they've even got a couple of turntables and a mixer, which was used at Sam's, a danceteria. And then if you wonder what that looked like back then, that's what it looked like. There's a guy using it right there, mixing up some tunes. And here's an even better look at the music being mixed live in action. And even a top view, look at that. That is amazing. Little known fact, I used to do this kind of thing when I got out of high school. I DJ'd weddings and dances, nothing in big clubs like this or anything, but yep, I used to spin records. This band that you see performing on stage is called Husker Du. And the drummer in the background, his name is Grant Hart. And his drums, part of his drum kit, is on display. And then also the bassist, Greg Norton. This is his bass amp that was used in 1979. That cranked out some tunes. And it looks like they're having some fun. Wow, this is cool. If you've heard of a band called Doomtree, this is their retired touring band. Look at this. It's called Mountain. That is the name of this van, and here's a look on the inside. This has gone through many miles down the road, and I like how the side window has scenery going by on there. Night and day, different types of scenes. That's probably what it would have looked like if you were sitting in that seat. Lots of different changes of scenery. Wow, it's pretty historic. And here are some items from Doomtree's touring van. It looks like they've got a lot of cool stuff. Well, I don't know. Cool is kind of a subjective thing, but I think it's cool because it survived the history. And it looks like they've got an unfinished puzzle here. It's called Pack the Van. How much crap can you cram into your tour van? See how many instruments, clothes, snacks, band members, and other stuff you can stuff into this vehicle. They've got a lot of stuff already. Band members, laptops, guitars, keyboards, even some Cheetos and M&Ms. Let's see what else we have in store here. We can add some pieces. We have a little bit of Red Bull. Let's see what else we've got. A speaker. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Let's see what else. Cheez-Its. And a mixing board of some kind, it looks like. And a bag. That is a lot of stuff. And in case you're not sure who Doomtree is, it's these guys. The MCs and DJs of the Doomtree Hip Hop Collective grew up at First Avenue, and they held yearly blowout concerts at First Avenue for 9 years. And they started small, but by 2015, they had expanded to an entire week of shows in the entry and the main room. Wow. And Doomtree member Laserbeak bought this beatbox with a loan from his mom after another member of Doomtree, POS, taught him how to use it. And he made all of his beats on this machine until it died on a tour in 2010. And look who it is. Run DMC. I just about wore out a tape of jamming to these guys in my car back in the day. I love those guys. Toki Wright. He's a performer, educator, community organizer, and radio host. Renaissance man. There he is right there. And holy cow, look who it is. Brother Ali himself. The blind albino rapper. Absolutely fantastic. The truth is here, my friend. The truth is here. And they even have the Roots represented. I'm assuming this is probably before the Jimmy Fallon era. But there they are, jamming out. Well, what is this mangled contraption right here? This is actually a light board. It is a real piece of equipment, and definitely you should not touch it. It's built by an employee, Don Rice, and the person using this contraption could play some of the lights on the club by pressing different keyboard keys. And it says, if you do not know, do not touch. A NASA astronaut built this thing. And I don't know if you can really see it on the camera here, but the keys are actually labeled like L, R, M for left, right, middle, A, B. So these keys actually did have uses to light up lights. Very ingenious. And what we are looking at here is one of two Les Paul Jr. gold top guitars owned by Soul Asylum guitarist Daniel Murphy. Playing them made him feel comfortable and relaxed on stage. This guitar and its well-worn case traveled the world without getting lost, but it was exposure to Minnesota cold that made the instrument's finish crackle. And you can see some crackling right there. That is a cool piece of history, and I like the case behind it as well. We've seen a lot of cool things today, but this would not be an exhibit if they didn't include this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Prince. And there he is, different pictures of him on the wall. His star from the building on First Avenue. And then check this out, the outfit that he wore in Purple Rain. Unbelievable, and even the gloves that he wore right there as well. And then there's Prince himself, live in concert. That is absolutely unbelievably cool. That's the very same outfit. This was worth the price of admission. Here's some more stars as seen on the wall at First Avenue. Taj Mahal, The Cure, Wu-Tang Clan, Lee Scratch Perry, and Joe Cocker. Well, you guys, this has been another successful adventure here today on Tommy Travels the Second. We got to see all about First Avenue and what an amazing place this is. And if you guys like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. Thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me so far, and until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side.